Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Los Angeles Chargers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now Bush on the return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert now. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
That's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Patriots take over. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They hand this off to Harris. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Now Jones. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Still 9 remaining on second down. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Mike 96, Mike 96.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 96, Mike 96. I'm coming for you. You got it. Hey, 96 is coming. You know Mike 96.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the... And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
At the 22-yard line.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. That is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. And 96 is coming. You know, Mike 96. Here we go, D. Here I come.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second and 2. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
Jones now off the bootleg. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is swung out to Eckler. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Herbert. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. Ertz has it left side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of 1st down. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
And 96 is coming. We don't like 96. Quit talking about it. Oh, wait. That's all right. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mike 96, Mike 96.
To throw again, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he will have a Patriots first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jones. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete. And the Patriots are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Pats would extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Four seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Second down and 7. Back to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Evans His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now Bush on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Younghoe Koo, who of course used to kick for the Chargers, on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action. It's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Herbert on third down now. He's going to go up top again. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Let's switch.
They'll run with Harris, and he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
Hey, 96 is coming. No, Mike 96. I got him.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's see what you got. Hey, 96 is coming. No, Mike 96. They're not ready for this.
Back to throw. Jones. This is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the ground, it's Harris, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now, it's Hall, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. This to the outside for Mack. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Herbert back to the air. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Chargers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Herbert throwing again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Again, Herbert. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Matt Judon able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Herbert. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Allen's got it. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Herbert. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 9. Hey, we gotta get to that. Mike over here. Go.
They'll run again with Harris. Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Herbert going to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first. Herbert. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far, 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Herbert to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Pats,